What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle speed build. I am once again building in Evergreen Harbor, of course. This is the second build that I'm doing in the New World, and for this build I am renovating one of the apartments in the Conifer Station neighborhood. It's that one neighborhood that has a neutral footprint by default, I believe. So yeah. This is one of the two apartments in that neighborhood, and this is the one that has a little balcony area, but there is a weird glitch going on that prevents you from putting any furniture on the balcony. As you can see, the balcony doesn't have any flooring either. Neither does the quote-unquote hallway, like the outside hallway space that leads up to the front door, even though the levels below this apartment do have flooring on the hallway and the balcony space. So I think that has to do with the same glitch that prevents you from being able to place down furniture or anything on the balcony. So that's a little bit of a disappointment because yeah, it'd be nice to be able to furnish the little balcony space that you get with this apartment, but I'm sure they'll fix that glitch shortly. I don't know when, but I'm sure at this point they know about this glitch, and I'm sure they will fix it soon. But yeah, that is that for that little glitch about this apartment. I'm sure you've noticed it if you tried or if you renovated this apartment yourself. You probably have noticed that glitch. But yeah. Back to the apartment that I'm furnishing. I am renovating it and furnishing it for a family of 4. So it is supposed to be a very cozy apartment. It's really not that big, but it has more than enough space for 2 bedrooms, and I figured why not actually furnish it for a family of 4. So it will be a very cozy space to live with 4 Sims, and I furnished it for 2 parents, a toddler and a kid. And the toddler and the kid are siblings probably, or at least in my storyline, and they share a bedroom. So their bedroom is pretty small. Well, it's not that small of a bedroom, but if you have to share it, if it's a double bedroom, or a shared bedroom rather, then it is not that big, and especially if the kids grow up and turn into teens at some point, it's going to be very cramped. So for the storyline for this family, what I was imagining is that it is their actual dream to at some point be able to buy a house or build their own eco home, because they are very aware of eco living, and they really want to be as eco-friendly as possible. And I also figured that the parents are probably very much into crafting and crafting their own furniture and stuff, which is why I went with that couch and those 2 chairs that look crafted. They're not actually crafted. They are the furniture pieces that just come with this pack without having to use the show hidden objects cheat. So they do just come with a pack, but they still really look recycled and crafted. So what I was imagining is that the parents probably crafted those furniture items themselves, and they are really trying to be sustainable like that. They probably also crafted that little bookcase or that shelving unit on the wall, which, by the way, I think it's very weird that that shelving unit on the wall that I kind of used as a entertainment area, that shelving unit doesn't count as a bookcase, which I think is very disappointing because it would be the perfect bookcase. It's also filled up with books, so it kind of looks like a bookshelf. But if I'm not mistaken, that item doesn't count as a bookshelf, which is a bit unfortunate. But I did place down a bookshelf somewhere else in this house, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we'll see that come together. But yeah, the living area kind of came together quite easily. I went with a lot of the orangey wood tone that is on the front door and on the windows by default. So I figured I would just go ahead and use that same wood tone, wood tone some more. I never actually really go for that orangey wood tone because it's just a little bit too too orange, I guess, in my opinion. But for this house, I actually quite liked it. So I think I'm changing the color of the kitchen counters to a more orangey wood tone as well. I was really fiddling around with the placement of the kitchen for a little while because it was just a little bit, I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. There was a lot of possibilities, basically. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with the kitchen space, but I figured it out in the end, and I think it kind of stays like this. I will be removing a couple of kitchen counters and place down another shelving unit that comes with a pack, but you'll see me do that a little bit later on. And I was playing around with the idea of placing island counters, but the space was just a little bit too small for that because I also wanted to place down a dining table, obviously. So yeah, the space was just a little bit too small for a dining table and kitchen counters or island counters together. So I figured to just not use the island counters once. I actually pretty much always use island counters in my builds because I just really like the look of it. But yeah, for this build, I just didn't really have the space, so I got rid of it. And as you can see, I placed down one of those shelving units that come with Eco Lifestyle. I love all the shelving units that we got with this pack. I mean, I'm always like a sucker for storage items in this game because I always think they look just so realistic and yeah, so much fun basically. And we actually got a lot of storage space items in this expansion pack. Also, a lot of them are craftable items, so you can't officially you are not able to use them in the regular build by catalog, but if you just activate the right cheats, then you will be able to use them. So that actually gives you a lot more furniture items to work with in this pack, and I'm really happy about that. But yeah, you can just kind of see the kitchen come together here. I decided to not use any cabinets on the wall because there are no matching cabinets that go with this island living counters, which is a shame. But yeah, we all know by now that we don't have matching kitchen cabinets for these counters. So I decided to not use any cabinets and just place down another one of those shelving units that come with a new pack because the wood tones just matched perfectly, and that was so satisfying. And it was also just a nice little touch to just kind of imagine that the parents kind of crafted those shelves themselves too. So there is a lot of crafted items in this house because, like I mentioned, the parents just are really they just are really into crafting and creating their own furniture because it's cheaper that way and it's more sustainable, and they are really into recycling. So yeah, they are definitely the kind of people that would make use of a makerspace, a community makerspace. So if they were to vote for the community lot, they would definitely go and try to make it into a makerspace. And they would also be the kind of people that would go around town and have other people vote for the same thing they are voting for, because they're just really passionate about eco-living, being sustainable, recycling materials and stuff like that. But yeah, here you can see the kitchen come together. It's really orangey looking, but I do like it because, like I mentioned, I barely ever use that wood swatch. So yeah, I was really happy that for this build I could use it and it actually looks nice. It's really warm toned. The whole living and kitchen area is very warm toned. So I tried to kind of cool it down with a dark blue feature wall that is on the wall where the TV is on. So that wall is a darker blue, and then I also used a gray rug in the kitchen, as you can see. And I used dark blue curtains and some gray blinds. So yeah, I just kind of tried to cool it down like that because it is a very warm-toned living area. But here you can see I moved on to the parents' bedroom. I also used a lot of blue tones in here combined with orange tones because I really like the combination of blue and orange together. And I actually really enjoy the swatch of blue that we get with the new eco lifestyle wallpaper that I use in this bedroom as well. I think that color blue is just so beautiful. It's a little bit faded and a little bit on the gray side. All the colors that we get in this pack for the wallpaper and stuff are a little bit more on the faded side. Also, a lot of the swatches for like the rugs and stuff and just the furniture in general, they're a little bit more faded, and I really like that. I think that is really beautiful. It's not that in your face, and it's a little bit easier to combine with other colors, a little bit more neutralized, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I really quite enjoy the color swatches that we get with this pack, and I just like orange and blue together in general. So that's kind of the color scheme that I went for in the parents' bedroom. It's really not that cluttered up. I mean, I did use some clutter items, but for some reason, the furniture items that we get with this new pack and just the overall vibe that I get from this pack, the furniture items in this pack, is a little bit more minimalistic. So usually when I build a family apartment, I would clutter it up a ton, which I mean, I still did. I used a lot of clutter because it is a small apartment with 4 Sims living in it. So there is going to be a little bit of a mess everywhere, and just not necessarily a mess, but it is going to be cluttered up. There's going to be a lot of things just laying around. So I did that for sure. I cluttered it up, but not like crazy. It's still cluttered, like I mentioned, but yeah, just a little bit more on the minimalistic side, if that makes sense. And I really quite enjoyed using this chair in the parents' bedroom because I think that chair is one of my favorite items that comes with this pack. I think it's just so unique and so cute, and yeah, I love it. But here you can see I moved on to the kids' bedroom. Like I mentioned, it's a shared bedroom for a toddler and a child. And in this bedroom, I went for a more yellow and blue color scheme. By the way, I love that toddler bed, which is why that toddler bed is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this apartment into a family apartment, because I really wanted to use that toddler bed. It's so cute, and it's been so long since we got any new toddler beds and just kids furniture in general. So I was really enjoying furnishing this bedroom because yeah, like I mentioned, the toddler bed is just the cutest thing ever, and the kids bed is also just very cute. I love the swatches, the blue and the yellow together, and I also placed down that what's it called? that little dollhouse in the corner there. I was looking for the word, but dollhouse is the word that I was looking for. I placed that down in the corner there. I love that cardboard dollhouse. I think it's so cute. I did size it down, I think twice, because it's really big, and for doll houses it actually doesn't matter if you size it up or down, because your Sims don't actually interact with the object itself. They just kind of sit in front of the doll house and play with the dolls right there, so they don't really interact with the actual doll house. So that's very handy, because all the doll houses that we have in the game are just so big. So yeah, sometimes it's a little bit easier to just kind of size them down like that. But here you can see the bedroom come together. I think it looks really cute, and I'm really happy with the color swatches. I always really like going for a more yellow swatch, or just like yellow colors for children's bedrooms, but the yellows that we have in the game are either really pastel or very much in your face, and this yellow is a little bit more toned down, just like the blue, like I mentioned earlier. So it's a little bit easier to use, and yeah, I just love that yellow color. I think it's so different and so beautiful, and yeah, I just really enjoyed using it. So this bedroom is a little bit more cluttered up, obviously, because it's a children's bedroom and it's also a shared bedroom. So the kids, they are going to have lots of toys laying around, still not too much, because these children, they are not really that spoiled, I don't think. They don't have too many toys. I mean, they have a ton, but not any more than they would actually need, because these are the kinds of people that wouldn't just go out and buy things if they don't really need them. I don't think they're really just sustainable, like I mentioned before. But yeah, there is one bathroom in this apartment, so one bathroom for 4 Sims can be a little bit tricky, but I thought it was very realistic for the family, for the storyline that I was going with for this family. There is a toddler potty, and I made sure to place down a shower tub combination so you can bathe the toddler basically, because that's what you would need if you have a toddler in your household. But yeah, I went for a very light color scheme. The bathroom is really not that exciting. It's just a bathroom like I usually decorate them. I did put some plants on the wall to just kind of make it a little bit more cozy. But yeah, I'm just adding a couple more things. I was thinking of changing out the dining chairs for different ones, but I decided not to because I just really like the orange wood tones. I just placed down some extra clutter items here and there to make it a little bit more lived in, cluttered up this shelf a little bit more. And yeah, that's basically it for this apartment. So you can download this apartment off the gallery as a room. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also download, I already mentioned that, I'm sorry. I mean, you can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!